And I absolutely loved Lost in the Dream, by the way. That was in like my top 10 albums of 2014. It was an amazing album. And I feel like A Deeper Understanding is a nice sister album to that. I mean, the only thing for me with this album is that I'm just not quite as grabbed by some of the music, especially in the second half of this album. I mean, there are nowhere near as many tracks on this one as Lost in the Dream where I'm sucked into the music. The first half is stellar. I mean, the first four songs I absolutely love. You've probably heard some of them as well because they're part of the singles that they released. Holding On is essentially this album's version of Red Eyes. I mean, it's such a fast-paced rock track. I really love the way this track just speeds along. The drum beat is so relentless. And Up All Night is a really great opening track too. Definitely feeling a more 80s sound with some of these tracks too, especially like Up All Night. I didn't really get that as much on Lost in the Dream. A lot of people did make the Bruce Springsteen comparison, but I feel like it's much stronger on this album. And Strangest Thing absolutely works perfectly in context with the album, which is something I did say in the track review. I mean, I didn't love the song when I first heard it, but I said, maybe this will work better in the album, and it totally does. Definitely grown on me a lot more than I expected it to. And yeah, after that, really, it's just the War on Drugs doing the War on Drugs. And if you love that sound, which I do, you will probably love the rest of this album. But for me, I just didn't really find it as invigorating as the first few tracks or anything from Lost in the Dream. Except for the 11-minute epic Thinking of a Place, which I think, 11-minute track from the War on Drugs, just in theory for me, felt like it could have been too long, but it actually is really great of a song. They don't really change things up for the course of the 11-minute runtime, but that actually doesn't affect the song at all. It still works really well. After that, though, we get tracks like Clean Living, which I'm not really a fan of Adam's vocal performance on this track. I do feel like it's a little weak, which I find is quite a rare thing for him. I mean, usually he pulls out some great vocal performances, even if he's not the best singer ever. It usually fits the style of music that they're going for. But I'd say that's the only misstep for him on the album anyway. Mostly, this album really just breezes along like you were walking along a beach and the waves were coming in so softly, and you were just feeling the wind on your skin. That's the music equivalent of this album, I'd say. That is what this album represents and the feeling I get from listening to it. Beautiful on the ears, but not really something that's so attention grabbing that you have this music on the front of your mind as it's playing. Nice in the background, not something that's gonna stick with you and be in the foreground of your mind when playing. That's how it felt for me anyway. I still think this is quality music. Definitely check this out. The War on Drugs have a pretty solid discography, I'd say, so check out some of their older stuff. And yeah, I'd say this is a B-. Tell me what I should review next, subscribe to the channel for more reviews, and have a good day.